Did you know after Elizabeth I's succession to the throne in 1558, England was massively divided between religions? But what was the difference between the two main religions, Protestants and Catholics? The Catholics believed the Pope to be the head of the church, whereas the Protestants had no Pope, and under the English Reformation, the king became the head of the church. In Catholic churches, priests held more power, being seen as between God and the people. They had the power to forgive sins, and they were also not allowed to marry. Whereas in Protestant churches, priests were seen as ordinary people, meaning only God could forgive sins. But priests were allowed to marry. During Mass, a popular celebration, Catholics believed that bread and wine actually became Christ, and they believed in miracles. Whereas Protestants believed bread and wine only represented Christ, and there were no miracles. Common practices were also different, as the Catholic Bible was in Latin whilst the Protestant Bible was in English. So therefore more people could understand the words and not just the priests. Catholic churches were more colourful and priests wore decorated vestments. Meanwhile, Protestants were more simple because they did not want to be distracted from God. Much of the support for Catholics were in the north of England, whilst Protestant support was in the south and east, closer to where London and Elizabeth was. In the upcoming years, Elizabeth would introduce the religious settlement, which aimed to make both religions happy to avoid potential rebellion.